Hi everyone, this is Creighton Webb, owner and CEO of SunWest Communications with 2 minutes of advice. Today we're going to revisit a topic, one of my favorites, which is crisis communications. At SunWest, we work with a lot of clients who are in crisis, reputational crisis, they're having a media crisis, perhaps even a legal crisis. And when they come to us, there are several things we notice that frankly they have not done that would put them in a better situation while they're dealing with that crisis situation. The first is telling their story when times are good. So it's kind of like when you meet somebody at a cocktail party and you call them up 5 minutes later and you say, hey, I've got a gigantic favor to ask. It just doesn't work that way. You have to build a relationship over time. You have to build up what we call goodwill and the bank of public trust. So when a crisis occurs and you have to take a withdrawal, you still have plenty left in the bank. But that same friend that you met at a cocktail party, if you call them over time, you have coffee, you get together for lunch or breakfast over a year later you call them up and you say, I've got a favor to ask. Well, they're ready to go. Same thing. You tell your story when times are good, so you build up that goodwill and the bank of public trust. But what kind of stories should you tell? That's the second question we get all the time. And the fact of the matter is it really doesn't matter. The efficacy of your products, your research and development, your manufacturing, anytime you've hired a new CEO or a new officer. One of my favorites, your corporate social responsibility portfolio. And the third point, and this happens all the time, after a crisis situation, the client says, when you Google my name or my company name, all of the bad stuff pops up to the top. And that's where we're talking about SEO, search engine optimization. The more good stories you tell when times are good, the more good stuff that pops up when they Google your name or your brand name. That's 2 minutes of advice today from SunWest Communications.